Yeah, I can barely hear you.
Barely hear me. Okay. Output device. Input device. My. What about
Let me
that?
see
How
if
does that sound?
Yeah, how do I adjust? How can I check my settings in Discord?
Um, if you're on computer,
A
there
little better now.
is. Okay. There is a settings
User
cog at
settings.
the bottom of the. Yeah, you. Sounds like you found it.
Where do I go? Devices? No.
It's voice and video, I think.
Oh yeah. Can you see something? Hello?
Oh, sorry. What? Yeah. What'd you say?
Okay, I can hear you now.
All right. I
had it turned down low. That's why.
real low.
Yeah, I think I don't know why. I was in some sort of a thing.
We missed you too, Rhonda. Oh, Plepnir with the dab. Here we go.
No, what's up, Lebnir? How's it going, dude?
I am quickly going to plug in my Ethernet cable. So you be entertaining while people slowly dribble in.
Bro, I'm not entertaining at all. I'm no Blepnir, okay? That's for sure. Yeah, so Fish just shared his actual OBS with me today, not his preview. Can you do a Fortnite dance? Bro, no. I cannot do a Fortnite dance. I am so old. I don't know anything about Fortnite. I know actually zero about Fortnite. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the camera's
I
gone.
was. They were. Oh, can you share your
There we go.
preview for me? Because you're sharing like your OBS, just so you know.
Ah, you're right.
Little funny. Not that I care, but just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
looks funny.
Yeah. Change windows. Nope, that's still the wrong one. There we go. Chabam.
Boom.
Did you actually
Hmm?
be entertaining, or did you just sit there?
No. I was literally just sitting here, and people were like, well, "What the hell is going on right now?"
I find it amusing that I was like, we were meant to start 5 minutes ago, and then when we start, I'm like, oh, hang on, I'm not ready.
Yeah. Fish is like, "Yeah, we need to start now," and then he's not ready to go. So.
Typical.
Yeah, I'm just checking some stuff here. I'm doing some quick research on the side because we just had our. I don't know if you know this, but there was a slight update to
Some Pokemon.
some Pokemon, and I don't know if you also know this, but there's a regional on Saturday, and it's located in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. So.
All right.
Yeah.
So how?
So I'm the
like,
guinea pig.
thinking?
I'm literally the guinea pig.
Mm-hmm.
What am I thinking? Well, I'm
What are
thinking
you
that my
thinking?
team was already a little bit weak to Noctowl, so now I need to make some slight adjustments because
And now every bastard in the world is gonna bring one.
yeah, because it looks actually busted, and we just had the spotlight hour, so I was out like grinding, trying to find a slightly attack weighted Noctowl so I can get some wing attack breakpoints on G-Fisk and Azu. So yeah.
What's the Pelipper Noctowl matchup like?
It's decent for Noctowl mostly, just because of the bulk difference, right? Like Noctowl can eat a weather ball like it's no problem, but like if Pelipper takes a sky attack, it puts it in kind of like almost like wing attack range, right? Like not sure about the two shields, but Let's see. We can check the 2 shields for you here.
Just a quick.
I have things pulled up right now, so like I'm literally simming shit.
Yeah.
Looks like you need. So looks like actually, but also keep in mind. So it depends if you want to run like a shitty pelipper, or you think people are gonna run like high stat product pelipers, right? Like, because like if you have a bad pelipper, you can actually get a wing attack breakpoint over the more slightly attack weighted Noctowls. But if you have like a high ranking pelipper, then you won't get that, and you'll basically lose.
Yeah. So, how important is a wing attack breakpoint? Because like the
Over G-Fisk, it's pretty big.
on G-Fisk, yeah, absolutely.
In Azu, it's also so you can actually win the 2 shields with Noctowl in the Azu, like a full XL Azu, because you get to those sky attacks, and then like you're doing 1 extra damage. So over time with the wing attacks, it really adds up. So I think it is pretty important. It looks like I was looking at a couple different Noctowls. Does look like one of the Noctowls I was looking at will end up losing to pelipper in the 2 shield.
Okay.
So maybe that one still misses out on a bulk point.
We've got Trent Tabor on YouTube. Is that Tribird? I feel like Tribird's name's Trent.
Yo,
and
what's up, Slifer? I have no idea.
Come on.
Don't ask me these questions.
Don't you know everyone?
So it's like a fine. That's the thing with these advanced IVs and stuff. It's like a really fine balance between like getting that little extra attack that will help you in certain matchups, but not giving up too much bulk to that will affect other matchups, right? So
yeah,
you really have to decide like how much attack you want to go, because you can even get to a point where Noctowl can start winning CMP over Metachan as well in certain scenarios.
Right.
So which could be a big deal, right?
Yeah, that would be absolutely.
So, but again, like you might start losing the pelipper, right? So it depends. It depends on how.
With those low damage moves, like obviously we talk about breakpoints with fast moves, but charge moves are doing more damage with much less of a difference in attack. So like you could with charge moves you can go up I don't know 0.2 of an attack and you're still doing more damage with your charge move. The reason we don't talk about that is because it's so hard to calculate like how like all the differences in damage that you can do with all the different attack stats.
So basically Noctowl, in order to beat G-Fisk with the wing attack breakpoint, you just need to land 2 Shadow Balls. If you can land 2 Shadow Ball, Shadow Ball does about 31% to G-Fisk. So if you consider 2 of those, that's 61%. Each wing attack is doing 2%.
Is that with or without the breakpoint?
That's with the breakpoint. So you go from doing 2 damage to 3 damage. So it's a pretty big increase, right? So she on a resisted Pokemon like that. So if you there is scenarios where you can double, like if you get G-Fisk to shield 2 Sky attacks, you can win the 2 shield with Noctowl, which is kind of silly.
So what I'm wondering, I guess, is like it might not apply in this particular situation, but there might be a situation where like if you raise your attack just a little bit, not enough to get the fast move breakpoint, but enough so that the charge move is doing a little more, then you might still flip a matchup that way.
Possibly, yeah. I can check here and see how much. So I was simming this with my old Noctowl, which is a 113-14. It's like a rank 28 or something. And then one of the ones I'm looking at, which is a 4-14-12. It's a rank like 10. I don't know what that is.
By the way, we will get to Ember. We're just this is the
Yeah,
preamble
rank
to let
101.
rank 101. Cool. And so, what'd you
Wait,
say your
is
other
that
one
the
was?
one? I don't know. I'm confused right now, but is that the right one that I'm looking at? Oh no, that's the rank 79 one. Anyways, long story short, this one, Shadow Ball does 1 less damage.
Okay, cool.
But wing attack, so with the higher attack, you're getting 1 more damage from Shadow Ball, but you're getting 1 more damage from the wing attacks, which is more impactful.
Yeah,
because you're doing a wing attack
so
every
many wing attacks.
1 second is a wing attack, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So if you like in the 2 shield matchup, it's like 26 or 27 wing attacks.
Yeah, sure.
So that's like a lot of. If you think about it, that's 27 more HP points.
Yeah,
it's quite a bit.
Yeah, no, good point. And so what did you say the difference in ranks were? It was a rank 107 versus a rank.
Yeah, it's not necessarily the rank. It's mainly just the attack, right?
Yeah.
So
okay. So
like,
what are the 2 attack stats?
You want something around. Again, it also is it's also dependent on the GFISC, because you can have high defense GFISCs that you will basically not be able to reach the breakpoint against. But those are defense weighted GFISCs, so they will have lower HP stat than like a rank 1, but they will have like a higher defense. So like,
yeah,
it's maybe not ideal for the GFISC stats, but yeah, I think you basically, what my understanding is, anything over like 105 ish attack is like will get you it on most things, on most GFISCs. So
yeah, cool. All right.
Anyways, that's our aside. Yeah, Ember,
that's our preamble.
Noctowl is not in Ember. It's in the other meta where you got to worry about Noctowl.
Good segue.
Vanguard.
Yeah, and that'll be I feel like this will be a pretty easy meta compared to that one.
Okay, let's hope.
Like I feel like it's a pretty narrow meta.
Haven't looked at the updated rankings yet, but you do have toggled on the updated ones, because obviously we don't care about the old. We can talk about the differences, but the old things are not super important to us right now, right? So
that's right, especially with like obviously the reason that they have separated the 2 lots of stats is because we don't exactly know what the new stats of these moves will be, but this is just giving wing attack 1 extra energy, and so that's of course that's a minimum. We expect it to be that. The only way you can go is better.
No, they would never do
more than that.
They did 2 energy, Jesus.
Yeah,
Christ,
right. Because you can see how much difference it's made. Just
literally every wing attack
1 extra damage.
Just like the top of the meta. Because Gligar now is 5-4, right? Before it was always 5.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
You're right.
That's the same thing why Pelipper is better. Just think about Walrein, how busted Walrein is, because the 5 every time is very common, like Chiefist, Nidoqueen previously, now it's 6. What else? Trevenant, like the 5 fast moves to the or 10 turns, let's say, is very common for low energy moves. But if you can get that in like 10, then 8, it's insane.
Like
is it 8 or 9? Well? No, yeah, it's 8.
Yeah, 8 turns.
It's just it's Swampert, right? Like think about it. It's like you're like, okay, I'm going with them, and all of a sudden, like it seems like they just start like outpacing you even more and more as it goes along, and you're just like, I can't keep up with this. The Hydro Cannons just keep coming out, right? It's the same thing. And Gligar, whatever, does look quite interesting, I will say, for regionals as well. Which might bring.
I'm disappointed about that, because that was something I was actually looking at. Gliscor. I didn't think of Return Gligar, but like I was looking at Gliscor being like, I was looking at all the top Pokemon like your Medicham, your Trevenant. What else was there? Just a whole bunch of stuff that I was like, Gliscor is actually looking pretty good here. But now with the wing attack buff, it just gets so much more attention. So that's my
It
spice
looks
pick
good.
gone.
It looks pretty good. I will say Metacham does have Ice Punch, so
Yeah.
it does a lot. I predict you're going to see more Walrein coming and Registeals coming back
Agreed.
into the meta. So
Or the
just keep that in
Registeal's
mind.
another
Like,
reason for Gligar Glasgow, by the way.
it will balance each other out, right? Over time. But yeah. Okay. That's our quick aside.
Now, Gligar is nothing without return, right?
I mean, you could run Aerial Ace, I guess, but the problem is it has Dig, right? The other one has Earthquake, which is like an actual good move. But Dig is just like horrible. Like, I guess they couldn't give it Wing Attack and high horsepower because it'd be too busted. So they needed to not go too crazy. But let's see. Do I even have a return Gligar? Let's see here.
I do have a Shadow one that I've marked out as an Ultra League Shadow Crobat.
Crobat? Or Gliscor?
Oh, sorry. Glasgow, yes.
Yeah, I have an Ultra League one here. I have, let's see, maybe I can purify this one. Because I already have a Great League Gliscor, Shadow Gliscor built. Let's see, what is this one? This one is a... Oh, this one's actually pretty good. It's better as a purified Gligar than a Shadow Gligar. So that would probably be the one if I built one. Yeah. I mean, with those types of things, you have less control over IVs, but definitely interesting. Charizard, I really... Yo, what's up, Crazy Kid?
Hey, Crazy Kid. Charizard looks very busted.
So there's no shadows in this meta, right? Keep that in mind. And it's... What is it? It's Fire, Ground...
Oh, here we go. Let me bring
Electric, and Ice?
And then just a whole bunch of like...
And then some extra Pokemon
stuff
they added, like the Hisuian, Quillfish, and stuff. Boombasti, what's up? Yeah, very excited about Charizard. Yeah, I mean, Wing Attack, 7 to a Blast Burn, like 7, it's 7-6 now. Just think about that. So previously, it would take you 8 plus 7 is that would be 15. So previously, it would take you 30 turns to get to 2 Blast Burns with Charizard, right? Now it takes you...
What is this shit?
13 times 2 is 26. So it went from 30 turns to 26 turns to get the 2 Blast Burns.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Big difference, man. That's
for a move like Blast Burn, it is.
And like considering like Charizard's not the bulkiest Pokemon, right? Like you need to be able to output that damage as quick as possible, just because it possibly will not last as long during the battle, right?
Okay, here we go. So yeah, Electric, Fire, Grass, Ground, and then those are your species ones.
Oh, okay. So, and then we have some bands: Water, Ground, Dragon, Rock,
Steel.
Steel.
And no Doug Trio, which is weird.
So wait, I thought I saw, was it Snowy Catswarm in there? The rankings?
No. Oh, the rankings. No, it wouldn't be.
Oh, it's Pillow-Swine.
Fire Castform.
Ice. What was the ice? It was Pillow-Swine that I saw.
That one?
Is there any other ice? Just curious.
No.
What about
just Piloswine, Mamoswine, and Snover.
I honestly thought about Snover when I heard that Abomasnow was banned. But I don't think the moveset's quite as good on it.
Okay.
Because it has Ice Beam and like...
Ooh, interesting.
So Quillfish has Ice Beam. You could run Shadow Ball or Ice Beam. Hippowdon has Ice Fang, right? Poliwrath has access to Ice Punch.
So why is Ice so important?
Think about it. 2 of the typings allowed. Ground, Grass.
Mm-hmm.
You're dealing super effective damage against 2 of the things. Also, Some of these are water Pokemon that can deal ice damage. So they're going to be resisting. You're going to be resisting the fire type moves. So the only thing you're going to be taking super effective from is grass, which you can hit back against, and electric.
I don't know how popular grass is going to be though.
I think it has its place. Personally, I really liked in my couple practice battles I did, Tropius seemed pretty good.
How does Tropius perform against the first Pokemon you brought up to me was Hisuian Coolfish? Which, yeah, I think that is going to be the most
It's not amazing for Tropius. I mean, if they have Shadow Ball, it's like Tropius is just so bulky, right?
Yeah.
Like it loses mainly because of the poison jab damage, but like Tropius, like again, like the Air Slash plus the Aerial Ace combo, like it will add up.
Actually, sorry, get something I missed in the chat. Getsu Fractal, going back to Fire Spin. Sorry, back to Charizard. Fire Spin does more damage than Wing Attack. What's your response to that?
Yeah, Fire Spin does more damage than Wing Attack, but like it just depends what type of coverage you want, right? Like Wing Attack is 2 turn, Fire Spin is 3 turn, so there's some added benefit there. Also, like where else are you getting flying damage from? Like there's grass types, there's electric in this meta, but I just think that like if you look at the energy, if we go to PvPoke and look at the actual compare the two moves, let's
do it in battle mode. So we'll compare in the Matrix. Wing Attack versus Fire Spin Charizard.
So, Fire Spin is doing 3 damage per turn, whereas Wing Attack is doing 2.5. So you're getting 0.5 more damage per turn. Wing Attack is generating 4 energy per turn now, and so like before the buff, I would say they were more comparable, but you're getting more energy generated than you're losing in damage. And I also think 2-turn in the current state of the meta, 2-turn moves are better, in my opinion, than 3-turn moves. Just my personal opinion.
The ability to
flexibility
time against your opponent's moves. Okay. Yeah.
Timing against opponents, catching, all those sorts of things. Like the longer duration your move is, the clumsier you're gonna be, right?
I do think there is a disadvantage of you probably give away more free turns using 2-turn moves than you do with any other.
I mean, sure, but if your opponent's using a 2-turn move, you're just gonna get it right back, right? Number one, and number two, there's going to be a lot of other fire types in this meta, right? So that's the added benefit as well of the Wing Attack is you can deal you're going to be dealing more neutral damage as opposed to resisted and super effective, right?
This is the score for Wing Attack at the top and Fire Spin at the bottom against the Ember Cup meta, and that's a huge difference. I mean, average of 639 versus 510.
The long story short is like Charizard is one of those Pokemon that you probably want to have multiple built. You probably want to have a Fire Spin version just in case, because there are times when that is preferred. Yo, Canadian Shield on with the raid. I think Fish, can you take it away and I'll be right back?
All right, sounds good. That'll give me time to work out how to type. Shout out Canadian Shield on. Oh, PvP. Don't forget the PvP. Hey, it works. Go check out Canadian Shield on. Thank you for the raid.
Oh, I thought you were going to do a thank you thing, but it's okay.
Shout outs is the same thing.
Okay, if you say so.
Thank you for the follow, Dubs OE. And anyone here, let us know if you are playing in Silph Factions and Ember Cup in particular.
Well, I know Canadian Shield on is playing in Silph Factions.
I'm glad to hear that both of us sound like we know what we're talking about.
Yeah, Chumpaletta, what's up? How's it going?
Hey,
Dubs OE, welcome in. Yeah, so for Charizard, like you again, you probably want. I know it sounds crazy, but you probably want 3. You want a
Yeah.
Dragon Breath one. You could probably have 6 Charizards if you really want to, because you need a regular and a shadow of each, right? So you need a Dragon Breath, you need a Fire Spin, and you need a Wing Attack. So
Yeah. For this one, we're heavily leaning towards Wing Attack.
Yeah, I've been using Wing Attack Charizard in Ultra League for a while, for like mainly for the Ultra League Premier Classic, and I just think I'm actually glad that they brought it back for one more season, because I want to see how much better Charizard is in that meta with the updated.
Oh, and Dragon Breath.
Yeah,
Don't even worry about
congratulations to the Canadian Shield On for their promotion. I believe it was Emerald. I'm not 100% sure, but
let's go.
Great job.
Yeah.
And keep up the good work.
What faction's that?
The Canadian Shield On. They are a Canadian-ish faction. I'm not sure if they're all Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
But I know there's quite a few. I think because like Brown Baller's on the team. I think think he's definitely not Canadian. I think I'm not 100% sure where they're from. I know Tangent, I believe, is based out of. I don't know. I'll just start spewing some lies about where people are from, but you know, there's some good folks.
Here is another thing that I learned with Wing Attack Charizard specifically. If we go to switches, take out the grass.
Yeah, very impressive.
Yeah, so look at that difference, right? Charizard with Wing Attack rated 100 as a switch. Next best, Hisuian Coolfish at 86. If you check out Charizard versus the Ember meta with 2 Wing Attacks of energy lead, look at that shit. Look at it.
Beats it. Poliwrath was Scald?
Almost. That's the only thing that just narrowly loses.
But that's in the meta. I wonder if there's anything like off meta that would clap it. Like, what's allowed? Water? No, not water, right?
This is against the whole meta.
Wait, why is Poliwrath allowed? Is water allowed? Or fighting? Or is Poliwrath one of those
that
ones
might have been
in?
one of the why did I get rid of that tab? I believe Poliwrath is one of the it has to be one of the
Chinchou. See, you could run Chinchou.
I was looking at Chinchou. Well, like I didn't actually go deep into it, but that's something that's not a dumb idea.
It's literally just RPS Pokemon for Charizard.
I
saw someone posting on Twitter, free Doug Trio. Why did they ban Doug Trio? Come on, dude. Yeah, Poliwrath is one of the ones they added there.
Yeah. It also, Chinchou would be good against Poliwrath and Charizard. Would also have the
Legacy Mudshot.
It would also not be awful against Gligar.
They banned Stunkfisk, right? What else did they ban? Trying to think if there's anything else that we. You know, one thing that I did kind of like. I guess I'm trying to think. What other electric types are there in here? This is not the Ultra League meta. This is a Great League. This is a Great League meta.
Yes. Silph factions.
Moltres being right there behind it, which is interesting because Polystonks with the yeah, they're going down a bit, but I mean, like, it still has Ice Punch.
Yeah, no, I think Poliwrath will be like quite good because
Raikou?
We were talking about how good Hisuian Coolfish will be. Poliwrath is one of the few things that can like very handily counter that, particularly if the Coolfish is running Ice Beam rather than Shadow Ball.
I think you're gonna want Shadow Ball, right?
I don't know. It depends.
Or Dark Pulse. Like, why is Shadow Ball really better than Dark Pulse? Like a stab Dark Pulse?
I think it is still. I think it's very comparable.
I guess Shadow Ball hits Poliwrath and Dark Pulse doesn't. Is that really the only...
that's That's something. What else? Let's see if we just go to look at the whole thing. Gligar, you'd prefer Ice Beam. Charizard doesn't matter. Moltres doesn't matter.
Gligar you can Aqua Tail, right?
Yeah, but Ice Beam would have that one-shot potential, whereas it could probably tank an Aqua Tail.
Sludge Wave is also, yeah, could be considered.
Sludge Wave on Qwilfish.
Yeah, because Dark Pulse is what? Is 50 energy?
Yes.
So it's 5 less energy than Shadow Ball.
It is.
And you're getting Stab on it. Poison Sting, Poison Jab generates what? Is it 7 energy per?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go Poison Jab and Dark Pulse, both getting the same type of attack bonus. So total damage per cycle is 163.2. We want 167.2. Actually, we want to look at damage per turn, don't we? So 984.
I have no idea what you're doing.
You haven't used the moveset explorer?
You're in the deep dark corner.
The dark web of PvP Poke.
And I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, so you haven't used the moveset explorer. Yeah, it's just like just checking out the stats of different movesets. This is all the Pokemon in the in Pokemon Go that can learn both of these moves. So with Poison Jab, Shadow Ball being non-stab, it's 9.84 damage per turn for a whole cycle. And Dark Pulse with stab is 9.6. What was the other one? 9.84?
9.67 I thought it was.
No, 84.
Oh, bro, I don't freaking know, dude. You're asking me stupid questions now.
Oh, yeah, right. Now that Lava doesn't know the answer, it's a stupid question. Shadow Ball is better than Dark Pulse.
I'll post a link here. You go, Mystic Matt. This is for the...
Oh, hey, Mystic Matt.
The Silph Factions update. Or season. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I think Qwilfish was like... looked like it was completely insanely busted before the move update, but looks like some other things have taken over its spot slightly. Alolan Marowak is interesting because it has access to the Bone Club for like coverage. But I guess Shadows. I prefer the Shadow Alolan Marowak. I don't know. I'm kind of like partial now. Like once you go Shadow AWAC, you can't go back. you know, like. And now just using the regular AWAC just feels like kind of like underwhelming. I don't know.
Yeah, but if that's your only option,
yeah,
got to deal with it, I guess.
Piloswine seems interesting. Like it's ranked high. There's so many fire types, but a lot of them aren't dealing fire type fast move damage. Really, it's only AWAC, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to be resisting the poison jabs from Qwilfish because you are a ground type.
No, that didn't work.
I mean,
you got Seneca. You got
Castform
new
has
Incinerate Litleo.
Yeah, that's a new one too. I think Castform also has access to Tackle, I believe.
Oh, really?
I'm not 100% sure, but I thought I saw it did.
Yeah, good call.
So, like, I mean, it could have play, like, in a meta where there's lots of fire types. Like, that could be some decent neutral damage, right? So,
yeah.
I think it's viable. Considering Ember and Tackle are very similar in terms of damage and energy generation. Obviously, it gets stab on the Tackle or on the Ember, but
on the Ember.
If
I think it's the
if
same.
You're dealing,
it's
the same
per turn, isn't it?
It's the same energy and damage. I'm pretty sure. But the thing is the stab, right? But if you're dealing resisted damage, then maybe Tackle is slightly better in certain scenarios, right?
Yeah, no, I think you're right. Especially since I do expect the Poliwrath to be pretty popular. So, like, that'll be a huge help for that.
give you some farm potential on some things, like a Charizard, or like a Poliwrath, or something like that, where you can maybe like tackle down and then Solar Beam something. I have no idea.
The main thing that I think needs to be addressed in any team is the ability to break a Qwilfish and Gligar/Gliscor core. Because I think those two work very darn well together.
Piloswine.
I mean, Piloswine's not super safe against your Qwilfish, is it?
I feel like Piloswine could take a Aqua Tail, but Qwilfish doesn't want to take an Avalanche.
Yeah, no.
And it's getting high horsepower now. That'll one-shot a Qwilfish, right?
But then add Poliwrath into the mix. You've got Qwilfish, Poliwrath, Gligar. Can you think of anything that beats all three of those?
I wonder how much a high horsepower does to a Poliwrath. I'm curious.
Right, let me check that out.
I like Piloswine, man. I'm a big fan of the swine.
I'm not dissing Piloswine.
No, it's a pillow swine. It's like you're sleeping on a pillow.
I think it's a pile of swine. Whoops.
Pelipper, Water Gun, Politoed, Bubble. These move recommendations.
Okay, so high horsepower does 57% damage.
Okay. Amok is the Messmon, according to Chumpaletta. Interesting. I don't know. Yeah, I got Piloswined one too many times. Amok? Is Amok the best mon though?
Amok better than Qwilfish.
Spray. I mean, you have Acid Spray, which is something, but like, I like the coverage on Qwilfish.
Yeah, Chris. you tell him.
Piloswine. What's the same thing?
Nah, so you need the double L to make a pillow.
I don't know. I think this is one of those tomato sort of situations.
No, I think it's another one of those Lyle's wrong things.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think like Qwilfish is so much more versatile, right? Like you could run Poison Jab, you could run Poison Sting if you really wanted to. You could run Aqua Tail, Dark. But they both have Dark Pulse. The only difference is the Acid Spray, which I guess if you're that into acid spraying stuff, then maybe that is your jam. But
just devil's advocate, because I do agree with you. Qwilfish,
I guess you could run Snarl.
I was gonna say you've got the Snarl Poison Jab versatility.
I don't know. Yeah, that is a good question. Maybe Snarl is okay. Like I don't hate Snarl. There's Honchkrow, right, and Poliwrath, which would be the two things you wouldn't want for Snarl. And I guess the other fighters, there was Machamp, Surfetch, Primeape, right? Like Snarl would hurt you versus those things, but it would probably help you. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not guiltless on
he's
Pokemon
Australian. Have you ever heard his accents? Like, come on, dude. Like this guy. Yeah, so it's interesting to see, but I might have to rework my team. It's just unfortunate we can't really do too much practice right now because we can't use the new moves, right? Payload Swine, okay. Interesting. Qwilfish, yeah.
Oh, look, it's recommending Shadow Ball.
Yeah, I think at the beginning of the meta, it was recommending Ice Beam. But I believe it has been updated.
Okay, so nothing in the meta beats all three of those Pokemon.
In the meta, what? Go just scroll down a little bit. Maybe something beats them all. Oh, keep going. Nothing. I'm sure we can figure something out.
Oh, I mean,
Venusaur's in the meta?
Yeah. Venusaur's worth a look, I think.
Venusaur doesn't beat Gligar? I think it does.
I think it does, yeah. It wouldn't beat Qwilfish, though.
Right. It definitely wouldn't beat Qwilfish. It's very close with Gligar, I know. Tropius would be the closest, I'd say, to beating all of those.
Venus Ryan. Let's go. Let's start combining Pokemon.
Tropius can beat Gligar. I don't know about Gligar actually because it has return, but
okay, so let's just do the safer thing and go Gliscor then. Genuinely not as good as the Gligar with return though. Because now suddenly, okay, you're getting Electivire that can beat the Qwilfish, Poliwrath, and Gliscor.
So Electivire can't beat Gligar? Is it just because of the added bulk of Gligar?
I guess so, yeah. That would have to be it.
Because I know it has Ice Punch, right? And then the Wild Charge would just hit so hard, it would be able to, like, destroy...
Ice Punch is doing 70% to a Gligar, as opposed to 80% to
okay, so I guess that, and then you can probably like farm it down with Thundershocks after that.
Thundershock doing 1.7 damage, so you still need a lot of Thundershocks.
You know what's another interesting one that probably, I mean, the Hisuian Qwilfish, it doesn't beat as well, but it's a little bulkier, has a bit different play, is Hisuian Electrode.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Similar to Electivire, but slightly different as well. Like obviously,
it
unfortunately,
would absolutely suck against the Qwilfish, like you said.
I mean, it doesn't suck, but the farm potential for the Qwilfish is not amazing. I mean, it's not amazing for the Electrode, especially if you start wild charging. But wild charge does like 70%, something like that.
What about
maybe Electivire is better? Yeah, I think the coverage move of like Electivire or the Qwilfish or the grass or the ice seems to help it a lot, right? Because Galvantula will technically get walled by Gliscor.
Yeah, it would.
Everything unless you're running Energy Ball.
I mean, the Electrode, Hisuian Electrode wouldn't do very well against Gliscor either.
It's not that bad. I mean, like, Energy Ball does like over half their health.
Electrode. Hisuian.
I think it's fine.
Versus Gliscor. So Energy Ball is doing 52%, which is a lot. How much does like a lunge do?
I mean, it's a flying type, so
yeah, 25%. Then you're getting the energy, the damage drop though. So maybe you can survive another night slash. Probably.
Then they
not.
just get the boost and then farm you down.
Golem Electrode Mew. Phil.
I mean,
I don't
think
know
Mew
if
is eligible.
Got the right meta there, Phil.
I think Golem might be though, like a Lowland Graveler. Wait, or is Rock banned in this? Rock might be banned.
Rock is banned.
Yeah, you're right. That makes sense. Or else Charizard wouldn't be as good.
Yeah,
as it is.
Right.
What else beats fire? Water.
And
rock. Is that it?
Oh, that's an interesting thought. Why not use Minoon instead of Hisuian Electrode?
Oh man, Minoon is. Yeah, but then you don't have Wild Charge, okay?
Yeah, that's probably it. You're relying on Thunderbolt rather than Wild Charge.
You can Wild Charge some shit, you know. You build back to back. Wild Charge, you switch out.
Not just for Charizard, Chris. We Wild Charge is also really good for neutral matchups because it's so hard hitting. So like a Hisuian Qwilfish doesn't want to get hit by a Wild Charge.
There's not, even though ground is allowed in this meta. Yeah, Wild Charge shit. That's me. even though ground is like technically one of the typings allowed, I feel like it's going to be the least popular of the typings, right? Swift, okay, Swift, yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, that's an option, Lau. You can't ignore Swift.
I didn't think it was a good move, but I mean, ground. Yeah, I think
You got a
ground
lot
is.
to learn.
Yeah, that's. I do. I don't know that much, so.
For ground types, I think ground types will be reasonable.
I mean,
depending
Pillow
on
Slime
how...
looks okay because it's got the ice coverage, right? And like, there's a decent amount of flying types. But where are the bug types? Is there? There's Galv.
There's Galvantula.
Charjabug.
Not liking any of these other picks, to be honest. Charjabug is a solid maybe. But
I mean, Charjabug and Galv do similar things.
Yeah, yeah.
But Galv has Volt Switch and the ability to debuff with Lunge. Swaddaloon, yeah, Swaddaloon, it's just bulky, I think. I'm pretty sure, like, if you look at the score, you're getting down into, like, the extreme spice picks. You're getting down into extreme the, like, spice. You know, it's week 7, and my opponent keeps bringing a team that's, like, 4-5 times weak to Swaddaloon. It's time to bust it out. just for some bench pressure, you know?
Yeah, no, even then, I'm not going to spend the XLs. That's a lot of Stardust.
is Rune allowed? There is Ghost.
Rune Egregious? I doubt it.
I wasn't sure.
Oh, it might be. Actually.
I mean,
also, Automod held out.
Yes,
held on to
Marowak
Go
is a
Cast
ghost,
Mirage
right?
because of the word loon, apparently. Sorry, say it again.
I said, I guess Marowak, Alolan Marowak is allowed. Can you just look up ghosts for me? I want to see if there's any other ghosts. 17, yeah, I mean, the ground coverage does help it. Right, Trev, yeah. The ground coverage does help it versus, like, some of the other things. But I don't think you really want to go there. Like, Marowak seems like it's probably the best ghost.
Trevenant would be the best ghost against the Quillfish, I guess. It also would have more play against Poliwrath than the Marowak and the Rune.
Why? Marowak has Fire Spin and Bone Club. Neutral and super effective. Rune at least has Sand Tomb. Trev, all your moves are resisted and you're taking neutral damage back.
Yeah, but the Aquatail is resisted as well. I totally forgot about
Shadow Ball.
Yeah.
Or Ice Beam, or Dark Pulse, or Sludge Wave.
That was my one stupid comment of the show.
You get one.
I get one.
Don't do it again. Don't do it again.
Or I'm off the
I mean, there's also, like, Tropius looks pretty popular. Gligar, like, Gliscor will, like, eat a Trev for lunch and dinner, you know?
Okay, so which of those 3 ghosts do you like the best overall?
I would say probably Rune and Marowak. They seem like the best to me.
You can't pick 2 of the 3, Lau.
What?
I said pick one. Which one of those do you like the best?
The thing is I kind of like, I really like Victini. So maybe I would lead towards Rune so that I would have less, too many fire types, you know?
I'm glad the rest of that sentence came, because all I heard was, which ghost do you like best? Well, I like Victini.
Yeah, I like, because what I found was that, like, my team, like, I had AWAC and Victini, and I was, like, had to make a choice between one of the 2, and I just liked Victini a little better than Marowak, so, yeah.
Yeah.
That's my story. Quick Attack is better than Fire Spin. That's the end of the story.
It is.
Trevenant is your favorite fire type. Interesting.
Alright, so let's take a bit of a look at Victini then.
It's ranked very high. It looks really good. I mean, Quick Attack, it gets to those V creates, lickety split, and you have the Psychic. I think like a Psychic Fire combo is like very good. It doesn't really get walled by anything that I can think of.
Well, that Quillfish rating is pretty bad in the one shields.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so because
I think Quillfish wins CMP. That's why.
Yeah, and so not by much, but because
by
they're
9?
getting to the V create at the yeah, so 129 versus 120.
That's quite a bit, I'd say.
Oh, it's not huge.
I don't think that's flippable, really.
No. I was just surprised because I thought the Quillfish had more attack than that.
I always assume like mythicals and legendaries have like higher attack, but
Yeah, okay.
not always, I guess.
I think this stat product is pretty comparable to Frostlass.
So if like Victini had like a 1 quick attack lead, or you swap the Quillfish into it, it would be a lot better for Victini because you would be able to get off two V creates, and you would be able to survive an Aquatail. Like they're shielding an Aquatail, right? Why wouldn't they shield the Aquatail? Why wouldn't they shield the Aquatail after they've done the V create? Isn't that usually smarter?
Yeah, no, you're right. So an Aquatail without the debuff is doing 44%, and then poison.
So you can survive 1 Aquatail, shield once, get to 2 V creates. How much does a V create do?
67%.
How much? 81 damage? So it looks like it will KO.
81 damage, yeah.
It will KO with the quick attacks. So you basically force 2 shields from your opponent.
Yeah.
Looks not bad to me.
That's a good plan. Like, because I imagine a fair few people, at least at the beginning of the cycle, would probably try and counter a Victini swap with a Hisuian Quillfish. Then kind of by the end of the cycle, people would learn that that's not actually the best plan. But yeah, that's a good point.
You gotta be really careful with PvPoke because sometimes they do very strange things that you don't really do. So
yeah.
I mean, like the solution to that is build up to the Shadow Ball before you throw the Aquatail, I guess. Then they're forced to shield the first one.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Like as the Quillfish user, you just wait for them to throw, because like they have to throw eventually, and at that point they're forced to shield Aquatails. They can't just tank one.
This is the old Zacian.
Ooh, that's a good thought.
Poison? I don't know. I think Poison Sting, it doesn't really make a big difference.
No, according to this.
Yep. Poison Sting is kind of worse because you're not doing any damage with your fast move, and you're gaining a little bit of energy. But Aquatail's 35 energy, so it's like 1 extra. You get there 2 turns quicker, but you're giving up like a lot of fast move damage. So I think
it's still worth looking at just in case, maybe there's some key matchups where you realize, oh wow, it actually is important to.
It's just like non-stop Aquatail is like really not. You know, have you ever been in like a matchup with Drapion when you have Aquatail and you really wish you had Sludge Bomb? You know, it's that sort of situation where it just doesn't do much damage. So it really helps to add that poison jab. Especially, there's not really any poison types. There's ground types, but there's not really too many other poison types in the meta that are going to be resisting your fast move, right? And there's just very few ground type. There's the Rune, but like I still think Rune and Quillfish would be a very close matchup because probably if you're the Quillfish, you can just go straight Shadow Ball, and you don't have to shield the first like couple Sand Tombs.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
I played that before with the Skunk Tank into Rune, and it was a little interesting matchup, but yeah, Victini, again, I don't think what can resist both fire and psychic type damage in this meta.
I don't think there is anything.
Victini.
Opposing Victini.
Yeah, the mirror match. It's going to be really fun. Who's going to throw the V-Create first?
Do you place any stock in new Incinerate Litleo.
Incineroar, yeah, okay. Incineroar.
Incineroar can't resist the Psychic.
Is Incineroar? Yes, it can. Is
Incineroar
Incineroar even allowed though? I don't think it is.
Wait, I'm thinking of Pyroar. Pyroar is the...
Incineroar, they've only allowed certain dark types in the meta, so I don't think Incineroar is one of the types they allowed, does it?
It is.
Oh, it is.
In there.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
With
Athena
double
likes
kick
Incineroar.
is interesting.
Yeah. Not a fan of it. Double kick, Dark Pulse, Flame Charge. I mean, what is it? Rank 60? It could be okay, I guess.
Yeah.
I
love seeing the process of Lyle slowly being convinced of something.
I just don't like the Flame Charge. The only thing about Incineroar is I just don't like the Flame Charge Dark Pulse combo. But like, I wish it had something a little better. Like once it gets Blast Burn, like for sure, I think it will be like a lot better.
Sure.
But like Blast Burn Dark Pulse with double kick, that sounds scary. What are you losing to? You're losing to Quillfish. You're losing to Tropius, which is a grass type, so that's kind of
losing to Runagregus is insane.
Yeah.
A Dark type should not lose to a Runagregus.
Because it has double kick, right? I'm sure if you have Snarl...
Especially because it has double kick. Oh, that's what you're saying, yes.
If it had Snarl, it would obviously be better, but the thing is, like, there's quite a lot of flying types, so I'm not sure, like, a fighting type fast move is amazing for this meta. But,
yeah, right.
Well, I guess we'll have to see how it shakes out.
Alright, so I'm gonna then...
I refuse to build an Incineroar for Great League until it gets
Blast Burn.
Or Blast Burn.
I have been the same with what's Chespin's evolution? Yeah. What's that? I
evolved one. I don't know why. Oh, I feel like such an idiot.
And Primarina.
Oh, I have a Primarina. Do we also do Vanguard analysis? I think we will. We don't know when yet because Fish. Are we still doing it tomorrow?
That's the plan.
But you said you had some things come up, so I wasn't sure if.
Oh yeah, I was able to
talk with G5.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good then. Yeah, tomorrow night we're doing a Vanguard. So today we're just looking at this, just chatting, and then tomorrow night we're gonna go over Vanguard, which is definitely more thought processing going involved in that.
Like I basically the first I looked at Ember at all was last night, and I just went through PvPoke for like 10 minutes, and I'm like, I think I have this meta down now. Like, I think I understand the meta completely.
Sure, yeah. I spent more time looking at Vanguard. I have So the thing about Vanguard, we could just briefly talk about it quickly, is for a little teaser, is there's certain, like, even though there's certain options they give you in each slot, there's like certain types that you're gonna want to pick there because it's harder to fill that role later on. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I've learned is like, even though you have the option of like multiple typings, you kind of want to lean towards a specific types just because of the scarcity later on.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like the depth.
Yeah. Looks like it does better with Snarl.
Oh, thank you, Boombastic.
Looks like Snarl is slightly better.
Yeah, it is, but I mean, yeah, we're comparing two turds and judging which one's the shinier turd.
What about with Snarl, Fire Blast, Dark Pulse?
Fire Blast?
Yeah, you don't need Flame Charge with Snarl, right? It's like
Yeah, I mean,
what are you boosting the Snarl damage?
It's not useless. You're boosting the Dark Pulse.
Sure.
Or future flame charges.
Or you can just Fire Blast Atropius.
Should I? I won't change the other one.
No. You can boost double kicks.
It's exactly the same.
It's worse overall rating, but same win-loss.
Yeah.
I mean, at least you get to fire blast some shit, so... That's
the fun factor.
Like, whenever you can wild charge something, fire blast something, zap cannon something, like, you know, you gotta do it, right? For the kids, as they say.
For the memes. We've ignored Moltres completely.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it has overheat, so you're debuffing yourself. It's much less accessible, since you have to have one of the old school ones from the box.
Mm.
Personally, I wouldn't have even mind them banning Moltres, because...
Of accessibility.
I mean, like, I don't have one, I don't think, but I could get one because I have a friend who... Like, I have a Shadow Moltres built for Great League. But I don't have a regular one, but I have a friend who has, like, a bunch of those box Pokemon. So I could, like, if I really needed it for this meta, I could go bug her and get her to trade me one, but that's not a reality for, like, a lot of people, right? Like...
No.
I mean, in terms of damage, like, it will hit hard. Like, you don't want to take an overheat from this thing. Like,
depending on how prevalent Charizard is, could Charizard be popular enough to warrant running Sky Attack Ancient Power as your moveset?
I think it would still want the fire
overheat
damage.
Yeah.
But I think Sky Attack might be enough to beat Charizard. No? It still says it doesn't beat it.
Let me see. It doesn't say there. It loses to Charizard.
I'm curious to see how that goes. Because, like, I feel like a Sky Attack would do... So that's with a bait...
63%. Yeah, the Blast Burn doing... Blast Burn almost doing as much as Sky Attack. That's how busted that move is.
But is Sky Attack less energy? So they have to bait in order to get there, right? First. So if you don't bait, then Moltres wins?
I would say so. But even then, just barely. You got 8 HP left. Like, it's not comfortable.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could run Ancient Power Overheat, but I don't know if that would be that good.
So you would put Overheat as being more important than Sky Attack?
Well, I mean, you want some sort of fire damage, I would assume.
I mean, is it essential? Like you'll probably run Sky Attack more often to get but probably anything where Overheat isn't super effective. You probably just default to Sky Attacks.
I mean, Overheat is just like an end game nuke, right? Like, if even versus like a Charizard, I feel like Overheat would do more damage than a.
How much does Ancient Power do to like an Alolan Marowak?
You can check, yeah. Maybe Ancient Power is really good on this thing.
So it's doing 46% as opposed to Sky Attack doing 43%. The damage per energy is higher.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, there's
you have the boost.
You get the boost chance. Versus how much is Overheat doing? It's 47%. So.
Oh, wouldn't be doing more than Ancient Power, but it. Oh, it is.
It is doing more than Ancient Power, yeah.
I mean, you do debuff yourself, but like.
Yeah, and the DP is so much lower.
It's just like a very hard-hitting move, right?
Yeah,
like,
it is, yeah.
If like a Hisuian Quillfish no shields like an Overheat, like it's basically gone. You know, so that would be the benefit of it. I don't think there's any real benefit unless you want to run like double flyers with Moltres Charizard, like. But I think there's just.
Yeah, go on.
I don't know. I don't like Moltres that much, but I've been wrong before, so.
Yeah, like, even though I'm making this much of an argument for Moltres, I'm still not convinced that I would run it over Charizard. But then what about running?
The only thing that's
in this
interesting is the ancient power. I would say that.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Like, against Tropius, you'd just go the Sky Attack.
Yeah. Exactly.
Let Leo Talonflame, you're wanting the ancient power.
Honchkrow, you can ancient power.
Yeah.
Zapdos, you ancient power, but then again, like, I feel like you wouldn't lose that matchup. Trev, you Sky Attack. Rune, you Sky Attack. Hippowdon.
Well, actually, to be honest, in the one shields, I don't know. Let me check that. I'm interested.
Zapple.
Because
Zap is Thunder Shock, right? So gets a Thunder. Did you want Thunder? Wait, doesn't it get Thunderbolt?
Yeah.
Thunderbolt is 55, right?
Yeah. So the Zapdos actually just goes as it goes to Drill Peck.
How much does a Thunderbolt do? Probably one shot.
It would, yeah, sure. Completely. 128%.
Ooh. Yeah, how much does a Zap Cannon do? Please check
first, before I check that, I just want to see. Yeah, if it didn't have Drill Peck, then the fact that Moltres
luckily every Zapdos ever runs Drill Peck, and they will always throw the Drill Peck.
Alright, so Zap Cannon does 212.8%.
Baby, get boom.
Baby!
Imagine just farming down like a Quillfish. You come out with 100 energy. Boom.
Imagine all the Moltres.
I don't know why Honchkrow is like in this meta and is supposedly good. I'm not sure. I always thought Honchkrow was like straight trash. But it does hit hard though. It hits really hard.
So let's make a case for it. Like, why would you run a Honchkrow?
I guess it would do decent against Hisuian Quillfish because they would just be going for Poison Jab, Aqua Tail, right?
Yeah. Unless
they had Ice Beam, and then you could like, I mean, your Snarls aren't going to be doing anything, but your Brave Bird would do a lot. I don't know. I don't think there's going to be that much Ghost in the meta. Like, I guess it would do okay against what's that thing called? Victini too, but you're not running Dark Pulse according to this, right? So
yeah,
and I'm pretty sure you still get one shot by a V-Create.
By a V-Create, which
I don't know.
Would they outpace you to it? It's like 10 turns to a V-Create, and it's what 12, 20, 13,
well, Sky Attack's 45, right? How much is Foul Play? Dark Pulse is 45, right?
So it's 50. It's like a 4-3-4 situation with the Snarls.
Yeah, it's because Foul Play is what, 40?
Foul Play is 45, yeah.
So it's the same, right? Sky Attack, Foul Play, it's the same as like Umbreon?
Yeah.
1 second.
So, what were we saying? So I've completely forgotten what the train of thought was. So. What were we discussing? We were trying to outpace again the Honchkrow versus the Victini. That's right. So yeah, the Victini's getting there in 5 turns and 10 turns consistently. Yeah, whereas Honchkrow's taking 12, then 9, then 12.
Mm-hmm. I feel like a Snarl would do a shit ton of damage to a Victini though after a V created itself.
Yeah, yes, but that would only come in handy if the Victini's low health already, and you've got shields.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess we'll have to try it and see. Too bad they didn't buff Peck.
Oh, that would be crazy. Like, can you imagine an Altaria where Peck is a viable option?
Oh god.
Could you run double Dark Poison in Quillfish and Muck?
Yeah, why not?
I don't mind that. Because, like, Poliwrath couldn't beat both. Not in one battle. If the Muck's running Poison Jab.
Yeah, you're definitely right. Like even Polyrath is one of those things. It's kind of awkward too, especially if there's shields up for the opponent, because you're relying on your charge moves, right?
Yeah.
It's not like a Metachamp situation where you have the counter. Mudshot, while super effective, is very minimal damage.
Actually,
I have to do some testing with Haunch Crow. I was building Noctowls today, not Haunch Crows, but I do have a good Haunch Crow I could build.
Just want to quickly see how Polyrath does with like 2 Mudshots of energy lead.
Oh yeah, that would really help it. Anytime you have like anything like that.
I mean, still not enough to beat any grass. Still losing to.
It's a very targeted mon,
Electrics.
I'd say.
And it says Hisuian Quillfish is beating it here.
That's what I said, man. I don't know about that.
The fuck.
I don't know if it's that getting us. I feel like because they're not running, they're running Scald. They're not running Dynamic Punch. It also loses the Polyrath that are running Dynamic Punch.
Yeah, yeah. But like, are you really gonna run Dynamic Punch over Scald in this meta?
I don't know. Maybe. I just always assume you always run Dynamic Punch on Polyrath. It's the second move that you change.
So you'd go Scald Dynamic Punch?
No, I'd probably just go Ice Punch, Dynamic Punch.
I mean, there's so much fire around. You'd have to run Scald, surely. Like, you'd need Scald for the Marowak, you'd need it for Victini, you'd need it for Charizard.
You could just run Pop to boost the Mudshot damage.
Look, reasonable plan. I'm not sold on it quite yet.
I don't know. The more I look into it, the less I like Polyrath. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah,
I mean, the Ice Punch is scary to certain Pokemon, but it's just kind of like clunky or something, you know?
Clunky, you think?
Because I've been using it in, I was trying some catch cut, you know, that shitty cut the Niantic forcing us to play, and I was trying to make a teamwork with like the very small Pokemon that I had available, and Polyrath was very underwhelming, extremely underwhelming in that meta, at least.
You mean the entirely different meta to what we're talking about?
It's the same Pokemon
though. So what about Machamp?
I think you are gonna want to lean towards Surfetch or Primeape just due to the coverage, but Machamp is okay.
Well, I think a Rock Slide has more one-shot potential than a Night Slash.
It does, but you could also run Brave Bird.
Yeah.
Not sure Night Slash is. I think Leaf Blade Brave Bird is better than. Well, I always like Brave Bird on Surfetch just because you have that like big nuke ability and you're gonna get shields regardless, right?
But what about Primeape though? Primeape's only got close combat. But then you've got so many flyers and so many
has Ice Punch,
ghosts,
right?
Yeah.
And Night Slash. So like, I think Ice Punch Night Slash is better than Leaf Blade Night Slash in this meta. So if I had to pick one, if I had to get rid of one though, I would still keep Leaf Blade on Surfetch because I think it's like it's a better move in general.
Even with all the flyers and fires around?
I mean, you could run Night Slash Brave Bird too, but I would like to put Brave Bird on there. And Primeape, again, just because of what's in the meta, I think Night Slash Ice Punch is like a good typing combo. Because you can at least hit back. You could even run Ice Punch Cross Chop if you wanted to.
I think I'm still preferring Machamp.
Okay.
Let's check it out. Hang on. Let's go. Let's matrix battle this. Let's go with. We've got the meta there.
Oh, by the way, I was going to say,
Yeah.
I forgot to say, congratulations on hitting legend.
Oh, thank you for that.
You didn't even message me when you did it, so
I should have.
This is the point. You should message me your updates every day, your progress.
You're gonna get like 2.5 months of me being like, still fucking 2400, and then
That's okay.
and then
I'll tell
1
you
week
to
before the end of the season.
I'll tell you to calm the hell down and relax.
Weatherball ape. That was a fun time.
Well, yeah, I had one, and then Niantic took it away from me. But I can't. Oh, Niantic does that, right? Okay, they take away my Weatherball Primate, but I can't get a friggin' Bullet Seed Lily to save my life, right?
I'm surprised that there hasn't been more backlash about the announcement of there being no more classic cups.
I mean, I'm just like really torn. What do I do with all the Pokemon? I just took my Togekiss to level 50, so I'm really glad now that I'm actually kind of happy. My Togekiss is now level 50.
So that is an advantage.
It's a great resource. It's a great resource saving thing, though. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like,
the classic cups.
I mean, just make up their mind.
Yeah, right.
Because like I'm saving shit for like classic and open.
Yeah.
And it's just like I have a Zacian. I have like literally like I'm looking at my storage here. I have a Zacian and a Yveltal built for Master League Classic. Like, am I ever gonna use that again? I have no clue.
It also means that like I only had level 40 Pokemon for Master League, so there's no reason for me to maintain. Like, my plan was to only start building level 50 Mons when I had enough Pokemon to build an entire team for level 50 Master League. But now
but you don't play the game, so
I don't.
Correct. Like, did you play? You should have a Dratini, right? You should have a Dragonite.
I have a Hundo Dratini that I haven't built yet.
Do you have enough XLs?
Doubt it. Highly.
Bro, we literally just had a
community
classic. If you don't have enough XLs, that's on you. Niantic's basically saying, here you go.
I doubt I do, to be honest. I got 176.
Really oh my god, bro. I'm at 959.
Good for you. Well done. I'm proud of you.
We had an event in the summertime. It was a steel event.
Mm.
I got all the XLs required for Metagross, Excadrill. Nice. You know? I'm just saying. Yeah. You got to take advantage of those events. Okay, let's check this sim here.
Okay, so this is Machamp, standard moveset. Surfetched with Brave Bird, Night Slash.
15 Machamp? What is PvPoke smoking, dude?
It's rank 500.
Oh my god.
So Surfetch with Brave Bird, Night Slash, Surfetch with Leaf Blade, Brave Bird, Primeape with Night Slash, Ice Punch, and Primeape with Close Combat, Ice Punch.
Okay.
And
Surfetch
just raw win-loss, Surfetch, Leaf Blade, Brave Bird looks the best, and it does have the highest average as well. Jeez.
I told you, Leaf Blade, Brave Bird. That's a good combo.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, okay, so... Hang on. No, why, though? What's it?
What are you beating with
like I said... Yeah,
there's
exactly.
Types, right? There's
I was going to say, it's got to be just...
Poliwrath?
Yep.
Leaf Blade is just a better move than Night Slash. So if they're both resisted, unless the Leaf Blade's double resisted, then you want to go Leaf Blade. Leaf Blade does better against Quillfish, it says.
Yeah.
Primeape, see, other fighters you want Leaf Blade, right?
Yep.
Because the Night Slash is resisted.
Malamar.
Okay, Malamar, because again, Leaf Blade's just a better move.
Okay. I concede.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, Surfetch is really good, I'd say. Machamp, you could run it. It definitely has its pros and cons. Surfetch, definitely a little more of a Swiss Army knife that you can, which is good to have in factions because like you never know what your opponent's gonna change his team up to, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice to have like a Pokemon where you can like TM and change some stuff around to help you win specific matchups. Like, let's say, for instance, in factions last cycle, the guy had a team against me, and I was pretty weak to Toxapex actually, but he didn't have any steel types on his team, so I ran Skytack Psychic on my Noctowl, and that allowed me to beat Toxapex. I comfortably won the zero shield against Toxapex with my Noctowl. So like I will basically get shield advantage, or like put my opponent in a kind of a negative situation out of what used to be like they're thinking it's a good matchup, right? But then I psychic them once and they go, oh shit, now I have to start shielding.
And they start modding like, why would you run Psychic Noctowl, you scrub? And you're like,
we
well,
were like,
fucking, I
the
won.
whole time we were like, okay, they have Psychic on their Umbreon, right? Because I had a Venusaur, which looked really good against their team. You know when they Psychic me? In the third battle. And we had a Venusaur, but it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
We had an Umbreon Venusaur matchup in all three battles. And the first two games, they lost, and they foul played me. Then in the third game, they Psychic me. It was like super sus.
Yeah.
It was really sus. I'm like, it doesn't make sense. Anyways, go ahead.
I got nothing for you.
Litleo is very interesting. The Incinerate, Crunch, Flame Charge, like you have bait. It's kind of like Talonflame, right?
Yeah.
You have some bait potential
without
with
the
like
typing.
with the Flame Charge, and then if you land like a boosted Crunch. I mean, it's interesting. And you have the normal typing, which will help you against like Marowak and Rune and Trev. Like obviously you destroy Trev in it, right? So yeah, but it would obviously worse against fighters. So
it is. And like that, I think the flying typing here works really nicely. Like I could see, we had like one of those cups towards the end of the Silph season where like it was okay to be triple weak to grass because there was just no grass around. I'm sensing a similar thing with like flying typing. You can probably allow yourself to be multi-weak.
Is there any what's the rock in the meta? Can you just check for me?
There's very little.
If anything has any rock moves other than the Moltres. Marowak has what? Oh,
no rock smash. Like it's taking the name, not the type.
What?
So it's rock smash, the fighting type move, but because I've typed at rock.
Yeah, I was thinking like, what the frick? Okay.
So
Pilswine has Stone Edge. Zapdos has access to Ancient Power, does it?
It does, yeah.
Hippo Weather Ball Rock, yeah. It's just so slow. With Rune has Rock Tomb. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah. Okay.
It is higher energy than Shadow Ball, though. Unfortunately, it's 60 energy. So it's Machamp has access to the Rock side. So again, very interesting. You're basically guaranteeing yourself shield advantage. But now Charizard will almost it doesn't outpace you. Does it outpace you to the third straight blast burn?
The third straight blast burn?
It's
so
7,
it would
6
be
for Rock Slide. Is it 766 or 767?
For Rock Slide is 767. It's like it's 45. So you got 3 residual, then it's got 767.
Okay. So yeah, it's 767. So technically Charizard would outpace you if you played the 2 shields and you went straight Rock Slide. But if you baited them, it could be very interesting. But then again, with the wing attack damage, you probably don't even need to throw a Blast Burn.
So what are you thinking between like Moltres and Zapdos then?
What am I thinking?
Between them, like, which one of those would be better to run?
Do you guys use Go Plus or some other add-on? Not currently. Flameburger. I don't know. That's a good question because I think Zapdos seems very interesting with the electric, typing. But Charizard, like, its resistances look really nice. So it's really tough to say.
Or Moltres?
No, Charizard. Oh, Moltres. So we're talking about Moltres.
Yeah. Just between Moltres and Zapdos.
Between Moltres and Zapdos, I'll probably lean... I don't know. That's a really... Probably Moltres. Because I think you have access to the wing attack, which is probably better than Thundershock for some slight damage, and then Sky Attack is better than Drill Peck. So
yeah, that's fair.
I don't know. I would probably lean Moltres, but Zapdos seems very unique. Like, is there any other really viable other than what is it, Electivire we were looking at?
And Galvantula is still an option.
Nah. Because at least Zapdos, you resist from Gliscor, like the fast moves, and then you can deal neutral drill packs at it, right?
And like
Raikou seems interesting.
I was gonna say I don't like that over even a Galvantula just because it's inflexible. So like if you
Raikou or Zapdos?
Raikou.
Why is it inflexible?
It's not gonna do particularly well against things that resist electric, whereas Zapdos and Galvantula has nice tools. Like I know Raikou's got I know it's got the Shadow Ball, but it's one of those Pokemon that's like so glassy that it makes it hard to make good use of the Shadow Ball.
I have a Raikou built for Great League.
Same, and the Shadow one as well.
I actually got a decent one from my friend in a trade during the tour. That tour. What was it called? Johto tour. Johto tour.
Wait, Raikou or Zapdos?
Raikou. I don't have a Zapdos for Great League. Again, I would have to go bug my friend. She makes me do spin classes with her in order for her to trade me
swing classes?
Spin classes.
Spin classes.
You know where you cycle?
I just tried to imagine Lyle Jeff swing dancing.
Swing class? I don't know what that is, but
you don't know what swing dancing is.
You know when you're in a gym and your trade exclusive IVs are a scam. Sure, yeah. I mean, possibly, but these are not even trade exclusive IVs. These are just trade exclusive. Well, they're not necessarily trade exclusive because you could technically run one that you got yourself from a box. Yes, I am a swinger.
That's what I've heard, Sly.
But I think, yeah, interesting. Maybe I'll get a Zapdos. I don't know. I still. The last thing I traded for was a Cresselia, and it went lucky. So.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude.
What?
Well, because weren't you trading it for to make it Great League or?
Yeah. No, it was Great League. It was
great, and it was lucky and Great League.
It was a research Cresselia. So it was a level 15, and it had Grass Knot already.
Wow, okay.
And it went lucky, and I still powered it up for Great League because I was that desperate. So, yeah.
So of these electrics, I think Electivire is the most underrated.
Probably. Hisuian Electrode is the most underrated.
I don't know. I'm
so low.
I'm thinking I prefer Electivire to the Electrode. And that's not Hisuian, that's just Kanto. Hisuian Electro's down to 69 here.
2 lucky Great League Regirock. Yeah, that is unfortunate. I mean, it's because they're older, right? So when people are trading for them now, they have a higher chance of going lucky. My Great League Regirock is also lucky, and I have a Regice for Great League that's lucky, but I have another one that's not. So Ludicolo?
No, I just thought it was interesting. Yeah, I don't think it's worth.
Ho-Oh has a hidden power. That's where its water is.
Yeah, yeah.
Ho-Oh is a very difficult one to get under for Great League. That one you need to get very lucky with a trade.
Yeah, so fire seems just super safe as well.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you could run Bubble on Poliwrath if you wanted to, I guess. But
how serious are you there?
I don't know. Maybe it's good. Like,
I'm like, oh, yeah, maybe.
I don't know. Azzy runs it all the time. People seem to think it's good there. So, what am I?
Can you imagine Mudshot Azu though?
Oh God. I mean, the bubble damage is nice because like Azu's only really has the bubble in a lot of its movesets for water damage, right? So. Muck, see, it is recommending Snarl there. Let me just let's just quickly talk about it. Can we see like what is it beating? I guess it's beating the ghosts.
Yeah, 3 of those 5 key wins are ghosts. Beating Zapdos with Snarl.
Beats Tropius makes sense.
Losing to Hisuian Coolfish also makes sense.
Yeah,
and that would be the case whether it's running Snarl or Poison Jab.
Yeah, it seems a little one-dimensional, but I guess it could work.
Yeah, I think this, like, these ground types are probably where Muck falls down the most over Quillfish. Whereas Quillfish has those weapons. Yeah, no coverage.
Yeah, I see you. But it would do better against like Victini probably. Maybe.
Would it?
I mean, Snarl, Dark Pulse.
Yeah, maybe? Taking 12 turns to get to each Dark Pulse though. As opposed to 10 for Aquatail. So I think I would say
it's a little
Quillfish
bulkier
is better,
than Quillfish, though, right? Muck is bulkier than Quillfish.
Yeah, it is.
So
yep.
You have that added benefit there.
So I'd probably say Quillfish is better, but requires a bit more finesse. Because you've got to time your Aquatails right and your shield usage right.
Right.
As opposed to the Alolan Muck.
Okay. Let me look at my Ember team that I had built. Let me see if there's anything on there that I did really bad with my Ember teams.
Oh really?
Vanguard teams that I've built, I've been having a lot more success in practice battles. So maybe this is good that we had.
So tune in tomorrow.
So let me delete Hisuian Quillfish. I mean, Hisuian Electrode, Poliwrath, Talonflame are all getting deleted from my team.
And your account?
No.
So why were you running Talonflame originally?
I mean, that was before Charizard got the Wing Attack buff, so...
You know what? Torkoal looks interesting here.
Does it?
It beats Gligar. It would beat Charizard. It would do terribly against Poliwrath. But with its step,
really funky moveset.
It is. It's clunky, but it is pretty bulky.
Looks like a nightmare. That's my assessment.
That's your official take.
You can use it if you want. I will pass.
That's
Yeah,
right. The
I
double
don't
weakness to Aquatail. That's right. That's the biggest problem. That's what
Isn't it
has.
just a pure? Isn't it just a pure fire type?
I thought it was Fire Rock. Oh no, it is just fire. I've made that mistake before.
Yeah, it's just a pure fire type.
Yeah.
But...
Okay. Well then, all right. Forget that then. Blaziken, Stone Edge. And Stone Edge is the recommended move. Blaze Kick, Stone Edge.
That is very interesting moveset. I'm not sure about that one, but...
Alright, so you're not sold on Stone Edge?
Well, Brave Bird's also good.
Yeah, it's good.
Stone Edge.
That debuffs you. The Stone Edge is
Yeah.
hitting all those fire types and all those flying types and not debuffing you.
But you could like one shot, like you're losing to Tropius, you're losing to Surfetch. You barely beat Trev. Like those could be some nice end game matchups. It's a better nuke when shields are down.
Yeah.
Brave Bird. That's the only benefit. But like, I mean, I think a Brave Bird would still like one shot a Charizard almost anyways, right? Wouldn't it?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Stone Edge probably helps in certain areas, like would help against like the fire types, right? Like Cast Form, those types of things where you, like you're saying, you don't want to debuff yourself. So there's definitely probably pros and cons to both.
Yeah. I think we might be done.
That's it.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that's good on here?
Oh, look, we're already down into like the high 70s rating.
Oh, this is
we don't usually go this far.
Short meta.
Yeah, very
Poliwrath is down here. Jesus, can we just scroll quickly? Daramaka, yeah, where's Elite at? He loves that thing.
Primate
Rapidash?
down at 37.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Magmortar, Kanto Marowak.
Seb Striker, doesn't Lilybear like that Pokemon? I don't know.
She does, yeah. So, I mean, it's a wild charge user. I mean, doesn't have the
Like
ice punch that
Growlithe?
Electivire does, but...
Growlithe we're down here looking at? Jeez Louise.
Emolga.
So I'm looking at my Electivires right now to see which ones I have for Great League. I have a rank 38, but it has Flamethrower.
Which Pokemon was this again? It was...
Electivire.
Yeah, so it was a Comday one.
And then I have a rank 100 that doesn't. Which one should I use?
I think... I mean, if you're willing to TM Flamethrower off, then use the higher rank one.
Because I always thought you wanted, like... I never really kept, like... too many Great League Electivires, because I always thought you wanted a Shadow.
Yeah, it's like Machamp, whereas the Shadow's just so much better.
It just one-shots everything, right?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Okay, Alolan Raichu, Sceptile, Charjabug, Oricorio Ballet, which only knows flying moves. Incineroar is way down here, too. There's my boy, Hisuian Quillfish. I mean, this meta looks pretty tight.
It is. It's probably one of the tightest I've ever seen, to be honest. I don't know, it's, I wouldn't call it, it doesn't seem as RPS as like a Sinnoh Cup or anything. Like, it looks like there's a lot of interplay between those.
Yeah, there's a lot of, like, very sort of, like, neutral matchups and, like, sort of, like, sheer shielding and energy decisions can help you flip, like, a lot of things, right?
It's like Evolution Cup. Where it's like a small meta, but, like, all those things within the meta are...
Okay, quickly, help me build a team so that I can clap like Dino or something next time we do a practice battle, okay?
Alright, well, you're starting with your Quillfish, obviously.
Okay, I have a Quillfish.
Yep.
And I have a Charizard, okay?
Okay. So, Quillfish, Charizard...
And then I put Electivire on there.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
King Alexander's already sick of Gligar. Okay, so put Gligar on the team. Are you saying King Alexander?
Good suggestion.
Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna TM away. I'm gonna TM away Flamethrower real quick.
You're doing it now.
Oh, there it goes. Flamethrower's gone. See you later.
I'm gonna quickly see what rank my Shadow Gligar is at if I purify it and make it my Great League Purified Gligar. So how essential do you think is a fighter?
I think you want one, don't you?
And you'd go Surf Etch over it. It's yeah. Cause like
if I have Charizard on the team, like, do I need Victini too, or is that too much fire?
I don't think you can have enough fire, and that's why Poliwrath is overperforming so much, is because like it's the only thing that can really put the boot down on the fires.
Okay, so you would put like some sort of fighter on there, right?
Yeah.
So you're thinking Poliwrath is actually good?
Yeah. Like you've made a lot of great points about how overrated it is. I just think that because of what else is so high in the meta, like it overperforms as to where its rating is.
I will put a Surfetched on the team for now. So we have Charizard, Quillfish, Electivire, Surfetch, Victini. What do we need to round out that team? You tell me.
So what are you worried about with
I
that
guess
team?
Gligar maybe?
So give me a 5 again.
Charizard, Quillfish, Electivire, Victini, and Surfetched.
You need a little more oomph against a Gligar, I think. So did you say Pilot's one before? What's that?
Yeah, but that doesn't help me against Quillfish too much. What beats Gligar, and Quillfish? Did we go over this already?
Yeah.
Nothing beats them?
Electivire does.
Okay, Electivire. Okay. Anything else that we remembered?
Hippowdon.
God damn.
Ice Fang Hippowdon.
I don't think I have a non-Shadow Hippowdon built for Great League.
Oh really?
I might have mauled built a Shadow Hippowdon during like Hisui Cup or something. I think so. Let's see here. Yeah, I have a Shadow Hippowdon, and it currently has Fire Fang on it. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't think anything else does beat that core.
I mean, Piloswine probably does okay against that core.
It certainly beats the Gligar. And it would have plenty of play against the Quillfish, but it generally loses. But yeah, it's a good one.
Okay. I think this team is much better. Perfect.
Cool. So what did you go with, Piloswine?
Yeah, so the current team is Charizard, Piloswine, Quillfish, Electivire, Surfetch, Victini. That seems like a much better team.
Yeah, it's looking good, yeah. And I guess the advantage with Surfetched is it's doing the fighting things, but also beating Poliwrath quite comfortably.
Yeah. Beating Poliwrath, doing the fighting things, and also flexible with the moveset if you need to add Night Slash or Brave Bird or something like that just to help with certain things. Close combat as well also can learn. I'm not sure you would need that, but maybe, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's a versatile Pokemon. You've got the tools there. Explore every option.
Yo, return Surfetch? Can we...
Don't put that out there, Lyle.
Its moves are very low energy. right?
Right.
And Leaf
Right.
Blade and Night Slash are both 35. Close Combat is 45.
Yeah.
Bravebird is 55. So.
What are you saying?
Yep. No, I'm just saying it's one of the reasons because it's not bulky, but it's got very good moves. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect.
Let's raid over to someone on Twitch. If you are still here watching, keep in mind that we will be back at the same start time tomorrow doing Vanguard Cup, which is going to be a lot meatier, a lot more to dive into with that.
Can we raid Evan, please?
Can you what?
Can we raid Evan? I know he's not doing Pokemon Go content, but I feel bad for him because no one's watching his stream, so...
6 viewers.
Yeah, we gotta give him a little bit of support.
Sure.
Evan
We'll
7777
add our own 6.
77713. I think it said we had 15 when I checked, so...
Yeah, but then like only half of those only ever join the raid.
Well, you know, better than nothing.
Yeah, of course.
Thank
I mean,
you
we're,
so much,
you know, 100% increase.
And every time I'm streaming with you, I get like 50,000 Discord notifications.
So it is 1, 2, 3, just 4 7s.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4 7s and 1 3. And he's been streaming for 6 minutes.
Oh, well, that's why he's got so low viewers.
No, he's also playing Pokemon Scarlet, so...
Yeah, but that'll definitely go up. Like, he's not going to stay at 6 without us.
Nobody watches Pokemon Scarlet.
Alright, so see you guys tomorrow night.
Yeah,
go follow Lyle Jeffs on his channel.
Yeah, I'm going to stream a lot in the new season. I can't wait. I'm gonna...
Oh, yeah, a lot of Scarlet Violet.
I should get a capture card, actually.
I should get a Switch. Period. I'm just rediscovering gaming. Like, I got a
Lily
PlayStation 5
was playing Arceus or something this morning?
Yeah, she was.
A little late to the party, but, you know, better late than never, I guess.
Yeah, and, like, that's... I didn't want to go into other games on this channel, but it's like, I hadn't streamed in a week and a half. Ryan hadn't streamed in a couple of weeks, and so I was like, well, I'm glad something's on the channel. So...
Yeah, I mean... I've played probably... I haven't played much of the game, maybe like 3-4 hours, but it's pretty good.
Arceus or
so far.
Scarlet Violet?
Scarlet Violet.
Yeah, sure. What do you think?
It seems pretty good. Yeah, I like it. The like